Maybe I should turn this on. There we go. What's up?
Are we on?
Mm-hmm. Oh, sweet. Look.
Did you post the link?
Wolfenstein, the first one. Pretty sick, eh?
It is pretty sick. Hang on, I gotta get to the link. Gotta go to Patreon.
What's up, everybody?
Man, oh man. I just ate my chicken biscuit from this morning. It's delicious. Did you eat yours?
Mm-hmm. All right. Wolfie's here, so I guess the link worked.
Perfect.
We got one more episode. And I was going to do two if Jim was going to be here, but no. I got that artist one done. Oh, I didn't tell you about that one.
Huh?
Nothing. There's one that's really good. It's about an artist.
Ooh. Are we going to do that next week?
Yeah, probably.
Can you...
Can I what?
I do have a request that is a Christmas one.
Is it that one guy?
Yes.
What's that guy's
Phil
name?
Spector. I listen to that album all the time.
That's right.
I would love it if you could do it.
Okay. Jeez. What's up?
We're happy you're here too, Wolfie. What's going on?
She needs to pick me up.
Well, at your service. That's what we are here for. Man, I can't believe it's almost Christmas. It's almost my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop, whoop. Shram just started the coffee. Atta girl.
Usually I don't get coffee because someone drinks 12 cups of it before I get any.
I may be addicted. I don't drink as much coffee on the weekends. I really don't. I only had 2 cups today. One before I worked out, one after. That's it.
Yeah, I worked out. No, I didn't. I slept till 10 because I stayed up all night doing this case. What is up?
It's a good morning for a Bloody Mary, Wolfie.
Mm-hmm.
I know, it's gotten unhealthy. And when I used to go into the office, I would have 2 cups, maybe 3. Although, like, that, when we're saying cups, like a pot of coffee, yes, like from a metric, it's 12 cups. But a mug of coffee is probably 2 cups in a mug.
You're like one of those...
So I'm drinking 6 mugs worth of coffee every day.
You're like one of those memes where the mom's like, I only drink 1 glass of wine and it's huge.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's how I feel. So it's like, I'm only having, I would only have maybe 2 mugs worth of coffee, 2 to 3 when I was going into the office. And now I just can walk into the kitchen, refill. That's usually like also my breakfast. And yeah, that's turned into 5 mugs of coffee.
You have a problem, dude. I don't know what you're trying to get off the hook or something. I mean, you do you, man. Welcome, everyone, to the Talk Murray podcast. My name is John. I'm done. If you don't know what this is, then you don't need to be here. I don't know how you got here.
Yeah.
So I found a freaking case, and I was just telling her, Shram, that I already researched the case, the tortured artist case, which we were going to do after this, but, we got to go to Jen's party.
We do indeed. We need to leave here by like 4:15. Good news is you don't need to fix her light. She said she fixed it. For now. So.
What is up? All right. So we're reading from a book from, 1789.
Whoa, that's an oldie.
That's an oldie. Yeah, this one's... Jesus. This one's pretty old. I don't think you guys heard this one anywhere. I'd be surprised if you did. I honestly don't know how I found it. I do not know how I found it. But this is the guy we're talking about. You guys want to check this hot piece of ass?
Look at that mustache.
Describe that handsome. He is handsome.
I mean, for an illustration, like let's be real. This is no photograph. This is a sketch.
Oh yeah, that's true. They didn't have pictures then.
I mean, something looks lopsided with his mustache. Like that's a big mustache, but something looks a little off there. That's a full head of hair.
Well, yeah, you can't go to Supercuts in 1789. You know, you just kind of got to do it out.
They're not doing the high and tight in that time.
Yeah. So, let me see. Let's see what this guy says.
Was this the guy that Sable was talking about? Wolfie wants to know.
What do you mean?
Hubble, come here.
What was she talking about?
I don't
I'm so
know.
confused.
The tortured artist or this dude?
Oh, no. No. The artist was what Shram... That's on the Discord. You can check it out. I done the story. It's hard to pronounce. The guy's name is really hard to pronounce, but his art is really interesting.
Come
Let's just say
here.
that.
Hubble, come here. He's just poking his head through the doggy door. Come here. It's okay. You can come. You're late, but that's okay. No, he's oh.
Jesus Christ.
I hate sitting on this fucking stool. I am not balanced enough for this. I like to cross my legs. I like to move them around. This thing is dangerous. It is a stool with, I don't know, like a fucking ball at the bottom of it.
Ball and chain, maybe.
That's you.
All right, go ahead and read this where it says, I have killed 9 persons.
I have killed 9 persons, said the arch fiend, speaking to the author of this sketch, and I can't say that I feel any the worse for it. I only have one wish now in the world. I wish to kill 2 more persons. The writer held his breath, doubting, wondering, and fearing. He asked, who? A preacher and a reporter, was the quick reply.
Yeah, there you go. That's who we're covering tonight. I doubt anyone has ever heard this story. Let me know if you have. This is the life and confessions of a serial killer from 1789. So when you see stories that say America's first serial killer in 1850, you know that that's not true because it's this guy. This is probably the first serial killer. This has got to be the first documented serial killer. This is 1789.
It's before H.H. Holmes.
I mean, we just founded America.
Well, I mean,
And
it
this-
was a thing. You mean like, hey, independent, yo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
1776, correct.
1776, Columbus sails the ocean blue.
Nope. Not the date.
All right, so this is going to be kind of a short one, I guess. I killed 9 persons, he says. And tonight we are starting, and there's no actual address because it's probably just out in the middle of the on the plains there. But we're starting. Let me go 1 second here. Let me get my wits about me right quick. You entertain people. I got to make sure I'm on the right page.
Oh, boy. Well, Shrem says we went to the moon in 1772.
I don't think we've ever been to the moon.
Stop. Ah,
So,
terrible. Little Lou. Hey, girl. Oh, she's sleeping. Hey, Lou.
all right. Tonight we're going to the west. This guy traveled all over, and I'm going to tell you where. Actually, I think we can kind of look up. It's not going to be like the west like it was, but I think we can actually kind of. Well, maybe it is kind of still the west. Let me see.
Is it west of the Mississippi?
Yeah. It's west. So let me see. I'm gonna go to Google Earth, and damn it, where is the freaking? 1 second. Looking for the little city he was in. Can't remember what it was called. So we are going to California tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But
we definitely going west.
Yeah, but you guys haven't heard this. I can promise. Like this is so old.
I don't know. Wolfie and Shrim both live in California.
Yeah, but this case is.
No, I lied. Shrim does not live in California.
Yeah, she lives in.
Natasha lives in California.
She lives in Florida.
Sorry.
I think.
No. Shrim's in Washington.
Washington, that's right. Yeah. All right, let me see. Okay, let's go to Google Earth. All right, tonight we are going out west. We're going to the Wild Wild West, actually. Well, not this place. Let me see.
Wild Wild West. Will Smith song about that.
He's got a new movie coming out, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Anyone going to go see it?
I doubt it. Let me see. All right, here we go.
Hastings, Minnesota? Mm-hmm. I thought you said we were going to California.
We are going all over the place, but this is where we're starting.
We're upside down.
Oh, shit.
Turn this thing around.
I don't know how to do it on this one. Shit.
Oh, boy. Oh, dear.
Damn it. Titties. Are you serious? Why did it do me upside down? Well, hell, man.
That's all right. Okay. That was too much to ask. We're going to Minnesota.
Yeah, we're starting there, but this guy, so we're talking about an actual desperado tonight.
Desperado.
This is a Wild Wild West character.
Pew,
literally.
pew.
All right, we're actually starting in Kearney Junction. That's where the Harrelson family lives. And like I said, there's no photos besides the one you saw of
the illustration.
But there's this Harrelson family. Mrs. Harrelson, slender, sandy brown hair, rather large, not a bad-looking woman. She has 3 children, a child, Daisy, 10, Mabel, 4, and Jasper, 2.
Very time period appropriate names.
Yes. And so this guy that you saw earlier, let me show you a picture of him one more time.
Come on, bud. Hobble, come here.
Babe. All right. This guy right here was in the home on this night. All right.
All right.
And this is
it did say on that pamphlet, spoiler alert, that was the murderer of said 9 persons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying he's going to kill this entire family. I'm trying to find the exact date, but I don't think it matters.
So long ago. Like ballpark is fine.
All right, let me see. Well, let me just make sure. All right, 1879, we're going in March, and...
Wait, I thought you said 1779.
1779, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
1779. No, 1789.
Okay.
1789, sorry guys, we're going to the Harrelson house, the Harrelson family. They live in Kearney Junction, which is close to Hastings, I'm guessing. Is not there anymore, apparently. And we're talking about this man, Stephen D. Richards. He is a serial killer, although Mrs. Harrelson has no idea that this man who is there has already killed quite a few people before. She has no idea of this. She is just a sweet old lady, right? So like I said, this is a rather large, not a bad-looking woman, 30, 40 years old. The reason he is at the house is because he hooked up with her husband. They were doing some petty crime together. They were both desperados, and we're talking train robberies here. So the husband, who was not there at this time, at this night we're going to, was Jasper Harrelson, and they were connected with this guy named Underwood, which was a, quote, notorious desperado who was in charge of the, quote, Big Spring train robbery. So this is Wild Wild West, like horses, no cars, horses.
I'm going Red Dead Redemption in my mind.
Yeah. Train robberies and stuff like that. This guy, Stephen D. Richards, in this book, his confession says, quote, I thought a good deal of the children, and they in turn hung around me constantly and seemed to be very fond of me. All right, we're starting in the wee hours of the morning. Everyone is sleeping. In fact, Stephen D. Richards says he goes to bed at 10 a.m., and there was another man in the room. He was just staying as a guest, but he's not going to be involved in this at all. He didn't even know about it. So I'm just not going to mention him, but you might see him in the text, okay? Mm-hmm. Small house, everyone is sleeping. It's actually a two-room house.
Okay.
It's a bedroom with one bed for the mother and then another bed on the other side of the room. That's where this guy, Stephen D. Richards, was sleeping. The mother was sleeping in the bed with all of the children. The baby, which the baby's name is... Remember what the baby's name is?
Daisy?
The baby's name is Jasper, 2 years old,
Okay.
was at the foot of the bed in a baby crib. So in the bed was the mother, Miss Harrelson, Daisy, 10 years old, and Mabel, 4 years old.
Okay.
All right. We're starting in the wee hours. This guy wakes up. Now, he's on the other side of the room, like I said. He wakes up early. I'm talking 2:30 in the morning. And he is really, really quiet when he gets out of bed. He doesn't want to wake anyone up, so he's very stealthy. It says he's, quote, crept panther-like. He goes over to the door. He unlatches it because there's these little latches. He opens it up and he quietly shuts the door. He goes outside and he would talk about how the moon was real bright, so he didn't need any sort of illumination because he can see where he's going because of the moon. And he goes over to the shed. In the shed, this guy is going to pull out a spade. You know what a spade is? It's a shovel.
Like a shovel.
Yeah, they called them spades back then. This guy pulls out a spade and he takes this shovel and he starts digging a grave. Now, the mother is sleeping in the room with the children, and it's like he's sleepwalking, right? He just woke up, he's real quiet, he's just digging a grave, and then he puts the shovel back, and then he grabs an axe, which he had already positioned by the front door at the time.
Okay.
All right, so you with me so far? Mm-hmm. All right, now, when everyone went to bed at 10 p.m., there were, quote, no words of dispute. Okay?
Okay.
So there was no arguments. Everyone was happy. They all ate dinner. They had a gay old time. And then they go to bed at 10. All right. Okay. When he wakes up, like I mentioned, there was another guy there. He wakes that man up too and tells him that man needs to go do his work. So he's like feeding the cows and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's early in the morning, so he's gone. He comes back into back into their room. The mother is on the other side with her bed. And, quote, she did not hear me. She was breathing regularly, and the children were also sleeping soundly. Now, he is watching over her and the kids for a few minutes. And what does he have in his hand?
The shovel.
No, the axe. He positioned an axe there when he went to get the shovel. Now he grabbed the axe after he put the shovel back. Now he's got an axe in his hand.
Oh, dear.
And it's the axe. It's like a pickaxe, but then the back of it is flat, kind of like a hammer.
Yep.
So he has that, and he talks about it in his confession, how he just kind of doesn't know why, but he just stares at him for minutes. You know, now we would call that a sociopathy.
Yeah, now we would call that creeper.
Yeah. Okay. So where's Papa going with that axe? What book is that from?
What book is that from?
You tell me. Do you know?
No.
Where's Papa going with that axe? It's the first line in the book that you read as a child. Come on, man. Y'all don't know that? All right. I'm picking you something to read right quick. So,
Come on, Hubble. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, bud. Hubble. Hubble, come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here, buddy. He's further through the doggy door, but he's still afraid to come in. Hubble, come here. Hubble. Hubble, it's okay that you're late. Come here. Come here.
This guy, Stephen D. Richards, is staring, babe. He's staring at the mother, he's staring at the kids, and all of a sudden, for some strange reason he can't explain, he actually goes over to the curtain and pulls the curtain back. Now, the sun is coming up, so obviously this is pretty ballsy to do. If you want to read this, where it says, for some strange reason.
In the meantime, you want to do the Hubble cam? Wolfie asked.
Oh, yeah, she wants it.
I mean, it's comical.
I gotta find the thing. Where it says, for some strange reason.
For some strange reason, which he himself cannot explain, he crossed the room and pulled the curtain aside just a trifle. A streak of daylight shot in like an arrow from a bow and darted across the partially covered head of the little girl, Daisy. It was only for a moment, but the sleeping child felt the influence and, turning over, threw away her two white baby hands above her head, and with her pearly white teeth shining through her flaxen curls that fell in masses over her face, whispered, as if in dreams, "Mama, Mama."
Okay. Mama, Mama. A ray of sunlight hits the oldest's face, Daisy, 10 years old. She says, "Mama, Mama," but then she goes back to sleep. And then, quote, "I approached the bed of the mother and, getting good aim at her head, raised the axe and struck her once very hard on the side of her head. The blow must have killed her instantly, for she never spoke and scarcely stirred. To make sure of my work, I hit her a second time near the temple, and then I turned to Daisy." So, did you get any of that?
Yeah.
Okay, what did I say? All right, so Daisy is at, baby, what is the dog doing? Hubble, come in here. Hubble.
He keeps going in and out, and it's just his head. It's
driving everyone crazy. Hubble, come here.
It's okay, bud. Come here. Come here.
Can you put the thing over the door or something?
No, come on. Get in here. Come on.
God, dog is like literally the smartest dog we have. Jeez.
No, Stella's definitely the smartest dog. Sorry, bud. Okay.
So, Mabel, the 4-year-old, is sleeping on the side of the bed. The mother is on the other side. The mother is on the other side, and then Daisy, the 10-year-old, is in the middle. So, at this point, Stephen D. Richards just hits the mother with an axe, kills her in one blow. To make sure, though, he takes the blunt end of the axe and hits her one more time. Then he turns his attention to Daisy. Now, keep in mind, this guy, as we read earlier, was like a father figure to these girls. He would play with them. You know, they would run around and play and have fun. So all of a sudden, he's just getting up and killing them all. It's just kind of random and weird, right? Next, he strikes Daisy on the top of the head with the flat end of the axe. And it was on the left side of her head by the temple as hard as he can. Quote, "She, too, stirred but little and made no noise." Quote, "Next I killed Mabel, struck her on the forehead with the flat side of the axe, one blow, and killed her dead. Then I killed Jessie, the 2-year-old, sleeping in the little cradle in front of the bed. He went over to little 2-year-old, quote, who was laid sleeping in the crib at the foot of the bed, and I struck him 3 blows and killed him dead. At that point, everyone is dead, but wait a minute, Daisy starts moaning and, I guess she's not dead yet. So Stephen Richards goes back over there and, quote, I struck her 2 to 3 times more and then she laid quite still. So, pretty different than the Idaho stabbings that we just did, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you got? Why would this guy do this, man?
Does he have a grudge against them?
All right, let me see. All right, next he goes out and he already has dug the grave. He takes the mother, puts the mother in the grave, kind of just throws her down there, and then he goes back and he carries both girls, Mabel and Daisy, at the same time, throws them in the same grave, and then he takes the 2-year-old, throws him in the grave too. The same hole, he puts a blanket on top and scattered straw and dirt over it and just called it a day. So, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's awful.
So, why did this guy do this?
I don't know.
Yeah, he didn't know either. He just did it.
What?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like it was random?
So, let me talk a little bit.
He woke up that day and felt like doing it?
Yeah, let me talk a little bit about his background. So this guy is from West Virginia. He had a great childhood. Not a great, but a good childhood. Non-abusive parents. He didn't have any school problems. But he did like to what he says, quote, brain kittens. He
like scalp?
Brain them. Like to smash their heads against the dirt. He would brain kittens. That's what he loved to do.
Everyone needs a hobby.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, so let me see. If you want to read... let me see. If you want to read that bottom where it says, when I was just a boy...
When I was a boy, answered the wretch, I was sent out to kill a litter of kittens, and I did it by striking their heads against a tree, smashing out their brains one by one. I didn't feel bad about it at all. It was fun. I experienced some sort of feeling when I killed these little Harleston kids, just as soon as I've strangled so many kittens or brained them against the tree.
So what this is a psychopath. I mean, Before the term existed, I thought it was really interesting because the whole time he's confessing this and he has no remorse of killing the mother and the kids just because. He has no reason of why he did it. In fact, the mother, as he'll say in his confession, actually sold him a piece of land and he was happy there. He had like a quarter of her land that they bought. The transaction went smooth. You know, the mother deeded it over. Everything was fine. He was working the land. He was happy. They were happy. The kids looked up to him like a father. But, all of a sudden he just decides to kill them all for no real good reason. Not that he could say anyway. But this was before mental illness was a thing. Like the guy is a psychopath.
Yeah. Obviously.
He's braining kittens. But he's trying to figure out himself why he did it. And, the newspaper's just calling him a monster and stuff like that. I mean, they don't know what we know now, even though he kind of is.
I mean, he's still a monster.
Yeah. So when he was a kid, he was a farmhand mostly. He did all right in school, but he really wanted to be a desperado. This is the time during, John Wayne era. Mm-hmm. This is the time when the cowboys and Indians and stuff like that, he really wanted to be a desperado. So he started writing them, like writing letters to them. And he actually got in contact with a few and they started doing business deals, mostly counterfeiting money at first, but a few other petty crimes. He became kind of like a wanted desperado at one point. Horseback riding, he goes from like Nebraska to Ohio, through like everywhere you can think of, even California. And that's all he does. He lives for this adventure. That's what he wants to do. In February 1876, he was about 20 years old. he came to California to, quote, seek my fortune, and then he traveled all over from there. His first kill was actually a man in Kearney Junction, Kansas. He was on horseback, and this guy, they met up. They became pretty good partners and friends, and they would just ride out and do little petty crimes together and stuff like that, having a good old time riding all across the West on horses. One night they were playing cards, and this guy, Stephen Richardson, won all the money that this man had, and apparently the man didn't like that very much. So the next morning he says, we need to settle this matter. I'm not giving you this money. Let's fight for it. That's the first kill he had. Quote, the ball struck in above the left eye and killed him almost instantly. Then he drags this guy down to the local river and, quote, pitched him in. So that's kind of his first kill. As I said, he was traveling. He liked the exciting kind of travel of just going places and doing these little petty crimes. But, yeah, let me see. I mean, there's not really much other than all that. I want to say this is kind of crazy. I did see this in a few other episodes too. The look of him, so he's a very attractive man, and he had lots of girlfriends, apparently, but he does have what they call murderer's eyes, and I've seen this even today, like in like Ted Bundy. Like there's these eye, like you can see someone's eyes that are kind of
dead,
I guess, and those are like the true psychopath killers. So they were talking about in the book how, you know, his murderous eyes and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm pretty worn out from the other case. I'm not going to lie.
That was a lot. The other one was definitely a lot.
So I don't know. I might fill this one in later.
We can do that.
Yeah. I'll get you to read some quotes, but I'm pretty exhausted, actually. But
I feel like you just like crash.
I am crashing. I am. I'm sorry.
Do you need to take a nap before we go to Jen's?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, you can nap while I run to the store. I need to pick up cheese for her.
Yeah, so we're going to Jen's. I like going there, I'm not gonna lie, but like I don't know any of her friends, and so every time we go, you know, we just hang out with Nicole.
Oh, I'm so sorry that's a problem for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We know. We'll know two other people. I mean, like we met some of her friends a few times, but like I don't know them well at all. So
yeah. All right. Well, sorry guys. I'm done. I am just freaking.
Just you two.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, that was just all of a sudden.
Yeah, I just crashed. All right.
Time nap and then coffee.
Yeah, I need some coffee. All right. Well, I'm gonna fill in that later. You can listen to the episode next week. It'll be like a real episode, like we really done it.
like we did something.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. So I guess next week is gonna be kind of weird too. Jen's not gonna be here.
No. Next week should be normal.
Oh, really? All right, but I don't know.
But the week after that, we need to eat. We'll either be by ourselves or like that is the week of Christmas.
Okay, gotcha.
And then the week after that, we need to record on the Friday night.
Okay, maybe we'll do that. What's that, Phil Spector? Probably not. I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got. I'm literally falling asleep. So, that's it. So anyway.
We'll see you next week. Normal.
Yeah,
normal
next week.
time.
Normal. All right. Well, good night, you lovely, lovely people. Bye.